Hello, Lake Nokomis Lutheran. It's Pastor Sarah sitting here in my office taking in just the warmth of the sun. After so many cold days, it just feels good when the sun shines in and keeps you warm. I wanted to tell you just a little bit about earlier this week on Tuesday. We got a very last minute invitation to the pastors in Minneapolis, all denominations, to come to St. Peter's AME Church and hear Senator Reverend Raphael Warnock from Georgia. He's a senator of Georgia in the United States Senate and a pastor. And he's the pastor of Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta, Georgia, where Martin Luther King Jr. was the pastor. So he just wanted to come to Minneapolis and to see some of the memorial sites and to be here with us and to stand with us. And it was so powerful. And I will have more to say about his words on Sunday morning. But I wanted to just share with you this image, this picture I took while I was sitting there listening to him. And when I first took the photo, I was a little bit annoyed by the pulpit light that's shining right there. And I thought, oh, can't they just turn that light off? He's not really he doesn't have any notes. He's not using that light. And so I wanted that light to be out of there. And then it occurred to me as I listened to him speak. Here's what he said. He talked about when Jesus is born in the Gospel of John, it says, a light shines in the darkness and the darkness shall not overcome it. And I wondered about that light shining right on the spot in that photo of his heart and how this light is within us. And then he talked about the Gospel of Matthew in the Sermon on the Mount when Jesus says, let your light so shine before others. And when that Jesus light is in us, we get to shine it into the world. And it's not just Jesus above and within to be kept only to ourselves, but to share. Actually, that's kind of why I like the glow of the sun shining in on me now, as a reminder that we have that light of God to reflect into the world. And that is what we've been seeing Minneapolis do in the last month, is reflecting this warmth into the world, that we care about each other, we care about our neighbors, we care about those who are different from us. The other thing about that image is the kind of bluish pink glow on the wall behind and above him. I just kept looking at that, and it reminded me of this fall when we saw the Northern Lights here in Minneapolis, and how seeing those Northern Lights, because doesn't that kind of look like the Northern Lights? Seeing that was such a connection point. Like, so many people were posting pictures of the Northern Lights and talking to each other about the Northern Lights. It kind of became this like sacred experience, sacred thing that we witnessed. Maybe individually, but then together as we shared it. And it just made me think about the more that we can take that glow of Jesus that's been gifted to us and share it with the world, it becomes this sort of phenomenon like the Northern Lights, that we can experience God's goodness, God's work in the world. All right, this is a little bit long, but it's good to connect and to be able to say that God is at work, even when so much hurts about what's going on right now. So if you can be there in worship on Sunday, it will be good to be together to share the good news, to let God's light both shine on and in us and move us out into our world to care for our neighbor. See you soon.